Lucy is ready to go, man. She is
It's Monday
rocking
morning.
and ready to roll.
I got up early.
Did you?
I did.
Okay. Well, hey, good morning. This is Micah at Sapulpa Times.
And Lucy with the city of Sapulpa.
And so Lucy was just telling me she got up early.
I
How
did.
early have you been up? How long have you been up, Luce?
Well, today was 5:15.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yesterday I got up at 4:30 and I just was like, I couldn't sleep. I was just so.
What do you do when you can't sleep? You just lay there in bed and think about all the things?
Actually, Micah, I got up out of bed and I prayed this morning.
Oh, that's good.
So
that's a good way to start the
it
day.
was a good way to start the day. So if we're being honest, that's how my mornings start.
So are you praying like, Lord, help me go back to sleep right now?
No. No, I just get up and just start my day.
Okay. Awesome. Well, welcome to the show, guys. I hope that your morning is going well, whether or not it's as early as Lucy's morning kicked off. But I woke up thinking I needed like another hour of sleep.
Well,
if it was
when I
the weather
texted
or
you
what,
and your
but-
notifications were silenced, I was waiting for that ... I'm still in bed text.
No, didn't do that.
So.
I was here, but I am still feeling pretty exhausted. So I think I'm gonna be hitting you up for the numbers on this. But I think we had our busiest day of the year, possibly busiest day, single day ever on Saturday night.
I would probably agree with that.
Would you?
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we'll get the official numbers on that to find out for sure. But it was busy, and it was busy for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And even by the time that Jennifer and I left at 10 o'clock, there was still a pretty good crowd. And I mean, the music was shutting off, and there were still people just kind of walking around and checking out the lights. A couple of the stores were still open.
I drove by, it had to have been before 11 because lights were still on.
Okay.
But it was definitely after 10.
And you still saw a pretty
And
good
there
crowd?
was people everywhere.
Yeah. It was like about what you would have probably like at a regular weekday crowd, I think, was still there after 10 o'clock.
Yeah. I mean, Better Built parking lot was still full.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh,
There
okay.
was still a ton of people.
Well, I'm not complaining at all. It was a great time. I had a lot of fun. I pet a lot of dogs that
Yeah.
night. I met and pet so many dogs. It was
That's
good.
awesome.
Some of them actually, one of them at least, made it onto a Facebook page. Big old Great Dane named
Yes.
Gotham. Did you see him?
Yes.
He was a big huggy bear kind of dog.
That's
Liked him a
awesome.
lot. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about what happened over the weekend because there was a big crowd, great time. But I wanted to ask you how the craft thing went.
So fun. So we, as a city, we brought down 6 different crafts. And at 8:45, everything was packed up, tables and chairs, because we were completely out.
You went and you got started at 6?
Yes. Actually, we started about like 5:30 because
Okay.
we were all here and ready to go. And so we started a little bit early. But
3 hours in or 2 hours in, you guys are done.
yeah, we were done.
And
We had nothing left.
that's a good problem to have.
It was. And
Right.
last year we did 4 crafts and we thought enough and we ran out early last year. So this year we did 6 crafts and we doubled the number of crafts we did last year for those 6 and
still ran
out. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's great. I just love that so many people are getting involved. You guys were doing it. Was it the Sapulpa Special Ed that was doing the reindeer food, I think, on
I
Saturday?
thought it was something to do with like first responders.
Okay, I might be wrong about that. But anyway, somebody was doing reindeer food on Saturday night. That was a big hit. ServPro came out with the hot chocolate. We had some wires crossed there, so they actually showed up late and then had to leave early because they didn't have an electric to keep the hot chocolate going. So all they could serve is what they already had made, which was in like these big tubs.
Okay.
So we might try to get them out another time, but they just didn't have electricity in their gazebo.
Okay.
And so there was that. The Murray Market was huge. I am really, really pleased with how well the Murray Market turned out, especially the second weekend. We had, first of all of our vendors said we did way better the second weekend than we did the first weekend. I don't think anybody is surprised by that. One thing that did surprise me though, we had one vendor who said, we have a booth today at the 181 Ranch. And our Murray Market booth did double the sales of the 181 Ranch show, and we lowered our prices, to be more
Yeah,
affordable for the area, and we still doubled the sales made double the money here than we did at the 181 Ranch. So I thought that was
that's
fantastic,
awesome.
and I think it sets a really good precedent for next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think the Murray Market next year will be a little bit different, but
Yeah.
it'll be fun.
We got some kinks to work out. It was our first time doing it. It
Great
was
feedback.
definitely not thrown together, so I don't want to use that word. We didn't throw it together.
No.
But it was a first year situation, and so we had a lot to learn, and we will make changes and moves and make it better for next year.
Yep.
Not only for the Christmas shoot, but for all those vendors that participate.
Took in all the feedback and stuff, and it'll be a great event next year, probably even more successful than this year. But I think this year was a success for sure. So the other couple other things I wanted to mention that were big hits over the weekend: Toy Maker, and I told a couple of people of this. Get my Italian coming out there. Couple of people this. Do you know how we got the Toy Maker? Do you know the story behind that?
He came to another event.
He came to our Sapulpa birthday bash, and
Okay.
he was the living statue. And you might remember, he was really good at that and real
Yeah.
popular. And some little old ladies would come and get their picture next to the living statue, and then he would move on them and freak them out. It was great. And then he said, "Hey, I do this other thing called the Toy Maker," and so we brought him by for that first. What was it? The first year Christmas shoot, or second year? I think it was the second year.
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm like, okay, this toy maker thing, that's pretty cool. He's in a window, and I bet that'll be popular for about a half an hour, and then he'll have to close up and leave. And that guy is like one of the most popular attractions at the Christmas shoot.
I know,
isn't
you
it?
can't even walk past the chamber.
No, you can't. There's a crowd of children with their little noses pressed up against the glass, watching this guy for what seems like hours on end.
Yeah.
And he loves it and interacts with them all the time. And he'll interact with. In fact, I saw a grown woman who was dressed in an elf costume on Saturday was leaning in to give him a kiss through the glass, and he obliged. He did it, so it was cute.
That's hilarious.
I think he'd be like, "Yeah, I'd like to take that little toy maker home or something." I don't know, but it was.
She said that?
That's the way that she looked.
Oh.
I'll just put that out. I mean,
Okay.
she was dressed in full elf hat and everything, so I don't know if she was part of the act or what, but it was a lot of fun. Toy Maker is a huge hit, and I think he's going to be back down there every weekend. And then the last one I wanted to mention is we finally had Mark Gibson down there for the first time in the Christmas shoot this year. Also a big hit. I know at least one person I talked to liked him so much that they're now going to hire him for their business to come and play over at their business after the Christmas shoot. We are going to get to have him again towards the end of the month. So it'll be before the Christmas shoot's over. I don't know if it's before Christmas or after. I think it might be after. But if you didn't get the chance to see him, be sure to come back out when he comes back down, because that's going to be a great time as well. Mark Gibson, I mean, I will go see him every time he's in Sapulpa.
Yeah.
I love him that much. He's really good, really
I
talented.
forgot he was here until I saw the pictures.
Oh, did you? Well, I happened to get a little video of some of the dancing kids and stuff there. There was one little girl who was just mesmerized by this guy. He was awesome. And it was great because Herald Square has largely been kind of quiet this year. They're just not, we don't have anything really set up there except for live music.
Right.
And so Mark is the first thing that we've been able to do that would actually draw a pretty good crowd down there. It's been really good. So,
Well, good.
And I even asked him, I said, "How do you feel about the traffic?" And he's like, "I love it. People are coming, they're stopping, they're watching, and then they'll go on their way and stuff, but they are stopping." So,
Okay.
yeah. It's
Perfect.
been awesome.
That sounds
So,
great.
Yeah, so that was the weekend. It was busy, for
It was
sure.
busy.
This weekend is also going to be extremely busy. We got the parade coming up, and I don't want to talk anymore about next weekend until Wednesday, so I'll just leave it at that. But actually, the main point of today's show is a program that the city is doing, which I'm calling the Christmas Angels. And the city of Sapulpa has its own angel tree and stuff. that you
Yeah,
guys
so
are
we
working
call
on, right?
it our Christmas Kids, and so every year we actually adopt a local school. All the kids are 3 and actually not even 3. I think they age out at 3. So they're 2.5 and younger. And these kids come from homes where they really need things. So it is heartbreaking almost. I will say it's heartbreaking. When I make the list to send out to our employees, I cry. So this is my second year doing it. And, you know, their wants are things like socks and underwear and training underwear or a coat. And so it's kind of sad,
It is,
honestly,
yeah.
to read through that. But every year, they usually have about 20 kids in their school. This year, they actually had like 32, right at 30, 32. And so we, in the city hall, we send it out, and then we all adopt them. The police adopt a few, our firemen adopt a few. But this year, like I said, there's usually 20 or less than 20. And this year we had 30, I think 32 is the number. And so as our employees, like some of them take 2. We have one that took 3 kiddos this year.
Wow.
And so it's bigger than City Hall this year. So if you would like to sponsor any of these Christmas children, just reach out to me. You can call me, you can email me, and I will get you the basic information that I can give you. And then once we get those gifts back on December 16th, I will take them over there where we will celebrate with their holiday party over at their school, where they have lunch and Santa visits. We usually take out our canine officers, our firemen come out with the ladder truck, and we hang out and love on these kiddos, and send them home with a Christmas meal as they head out for Christmas break.
Yeah, I'm glad you got to doing this. And you've done it every year for a long time, I think, right?
Yes,
For
so it's
several
actually a
years.
program that Tawny was a part of before she started working for the city.
Okay.
And
Right,
then when
yeah.
she started working with the city, they expanded it and made it more. And so when I was hired in, it was July, and the director of the school reached out to me because I've known them, actually grew up with their daughter. And so she reached out to me immediately and was like, "Are you going to continue this?" And I'm like, "Well,
And that was
absolutely."
probably like, would you please continue
Yes.
this kind of thing, right? Yeah.
And so last year we jumped in and took off, and so we're going to do the same thing this year. We've taken donations. Last year we had a wonderful donor that actually donated all the money to make sure that every child went home with a Thanksgiving turkey. So, or not Thanksgiving, Christmas turkey. So every kid
That's
had
awesome.
a turkey and a ham, and they had cookies and hot chocolate, so they got to go home and make cookies with their families, which is things that some of us do, and it's a luxury for these families. And so we made sure they had all of that as well as all the sides for Christmas dinner.
So, what's the deadline for being able to participate in this?
I have to have everything back on the 16th because their party is that week. So I would say if you haven't reached out to me by Friday, Friday would be the deadline.
Okay, this coming Friday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Sapulpa, this is your chance to step up. When Lucy told me that they had like this list of kids and that it was bigger in the city, I asked her to if we could go ahead and promote this. And you know, there's a lot of different organizations this time of year that are helping with different families that are in need in one way or another. Salvation Army does one, Caring Community Friends does a whole other one, and then I know like some of these other like adjacent group like Green Hill, actually, I think they step in to help with Caring Community Friends quite a bit. And then this is our opportunity to help with the city of Sapulpa with these kids. A couple of things to keep in mind here. These are kids that live in our area. So these are not like, you know, some child that you'll never meet or something that has not been, you know, not being grateful for this. But the other thing, I think the most difficult thing to think about here is just that these kids are not asking for like iPads,
No.
you know, or the latest toy or whatever. I mean, we're talking basic necessities here, and you know, coats and socks and things like that. And so it's just something to keep in mind. I really hope that you have it in your heart and in your budget to be able to contribute to this. And we look forward to sharing the good news after all these kids get adopted. I think this is going to work out. So hopefully you guys will step in. Be sure to reach out to Lucy, and you got until Friday, and we'll bring it back around on Wednesday to remind you guys about that for sure. So a couple other reminders that we want to give you guys. One big one is the Lunch and Learn that's happening tomorrow at Waypoint Lounge. for the school internship program. So this is really going out to anyone who watches our show who is maybe you have a business here in town and you're interested in using the school's interns, which by the way is a really, really great resource, I will just say. We will be doing that for
Yeah.
one, and then the city's done it before, right? And I know the chamber has done it, and I know a couple of the other businesses in town who have done it. And it's a great resource for the business, and it's also a really great opportunity for the students to see what it's like working in the job that they may have a desire to go work in. And so it's a really great way to kind of get a taste of what that's like. So anyway, that'll be happening tomorrow. The Lunch and Learn is. Go ahead and get registered if you're not already through the chamber. Go to sapulpachamber.com and register that way. And the food is free. It's being paid for by Reed Architecture. They just need to get a head count so they know how much to bring. And so come and be a part of that. That'll be a lot of fun too. We got another one that is brand new. I just found out about this morning. And Lucy, what's my favorite Christmas movie?
Die Hard.
Yes, Die Hard is and shall always be my favorite Christmas movie. And it so happened that Waypoint Lounge is getting in on the Die Hard action with all the yippee-ki-yay, ki-yo, blankety blank stuff. And they are doing a special Die Hard dinner screening at Waypoint Lounge. Okay. This is going to be awesome. So it's $25 a ticket, and you just go to, they've got a link. So go check out the Waypoint Lounge Facebook page, probably is where you need to go to get that link to sign up. But $25, you will get a chicken Alfredo dinner. They're going to do a Die Hard trivia, and then they have like a special Twinkie dessert, which I thought was hilarious because Twinkies play a part in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you never seen this movie?
No.
Oh man. We got to get Lucy to this thing or something.
I was going to watch it the other day.
You saw what the other
After
day?
I was going to watch it the other day
Okay.
after we had our conversation, and I sat down and I read the summary, and I was like, okay, I'll finish cooking dinner, and then once I get my dinner made, I'll sit down and watch it. I just couldn't push play. I couldn't do it. I kept making a bunch of excuses, so.
What'd you end up watching instead? Did you watch anything? Did you watch
Yeah.
some Hallmark Channel
I did.
stupid show?
I did, I think.
All right.
I think
Hey, more power to you. To each his own. I know Die Hard's not for everybody, even though everybody who doesn't like Die Hard is just kind of not my kind of people. I'll just put it that way.
Okay, so you better be kind.
But anyway, so that's going to be happening at Waypoint Lounge. That is on December the 19th. They are recommending you get your tickets early because they'll probably sell out. And the Waypoint Lounge is going to be closed that night except to the people who are viewing this. So you won't be able to go in and just play video games. But anyway, I think I forgot to tell you that, yes, they're doing the trivia, they're doing a dinner, and then they're actually sitting down to watch the movie on the big 35-foot HD TV that they have there. It's fantastic.
Okay,
It's awesome.
well, on December 19th, if you need to find Micah, you can find him at the Waypoint, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
If I don't, I'm trying to work up the courage on how to ask my wife if I can go do this thing, because that's like a 3-hour event or something. So it'll be a lot of fun though. So hopefully we'll see you guys there. And then, do you want to talk about the library thing? I kind of like stole the show on the reminders. Do you want to talk about the
No,
teen
that's
library
okay.
party?
So our library does a lot of different things over Christmas time, especially over Christmas break, to keep your students engaged while they are not in school. And so on December 14th, you can head over to the library if you have a teenager. Is it teenager?
Yeah, this one's the teenage version.
So it's
Or
a
the
teenage-
teenage party.
It's a teenage party. It is Taylor's version,
Taylor's version.
where they will be having.
Dollar raffle and door prize. This is the Taylor Swift themed party.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the raffling? They're raffling for $1. You'll have door prizes.
Oh yeah. So you buy the dollar raffle ticket, and they're doing door prizes with Whimsical Willow, Little Taiyaki, and other sponsors. That's all we know. They don't tell us who the other ones are yet.
Okay.
But, and the raffle will help raise money for new furniture in the children's department of the library.
Okay. I don't know if they're watching the Taylor Swift stuff or if that's just the theme. I don't know all the details, but it'll be fun. And if you have a teenager, there will be other teenagers there that you can get them involved with.
Yeah. We do have more details about this event available at sapulpatime.com on the community calendar, so you can go just click calendar link there, get all the details for that. And then on the 21st, they have the Bluey event, which will be coming up. But we'll talk about that a little later on. I didn't want to try and cram too much into the show. Chad actually, of Sugar Llamas, commented and asked if we tried the churro cake, which we did.
Last week.
Yes, we did. And I thought it was fantastic. And Lucy thought it was mediocre because she doesn't like sweets.
It was good. It had good flavor. I didn't say it was mediocre. It had good flavor.
She did not say it was mediocre. I just judged
Right,
by
I
the look
didn't
on her
say that.
face. She did not say that. She said, hey, for somebody like me who doesn't like sweets to begin with, this one is also something that I wouldn't eat all the time.
But it had good flavor.
It did. Had great flavor. It was fantastic. It was really good. I really liked they add ice cream on top.
You know,
and the
I
sprinkles.
actually commented on the texture. Remember?
Yeah.
I said the ice cream didn't make it mushy, that it was good.
Yeah, that it like had a nice sturdy foundation.
Right. See, I didn't say it was mediocre.
Okay.
I never said that.
No, I'm saying that you didn't say that. I am agreeing with you on that.
All right.
All I'm saying is that you're not a sweets person,
No.
and so she wasn't the best judge for that type of
Yeah.
treat.
No.
I, on the other hand, who am a sweets person and love Sugar Llamas already, I mean, we shoot our show here, hello, loved it, thought it was something that everybody needs to try, for sure. So, also, Sherman Baker, bro, I don't know like where you've been. I know you watch our show, but if you're only just now finding out that Die Hard is my favorite Christmas movie, I don't know where you have been, son. I mean, I have been saying that for years, that Die Hard is my favorite Christmas movie.
We've been talking about it since like October.
Yeah. I'm one of those freaks, you know, those people who gets into the Christmas spirit way too early, you know, like in September they're putting the tree up. I get into the Die Hard spirit
Okay.
way early. So
All right.
anyway, great comments today. We appreciate all of you guys chiming in. Love all the feedback we're getting from those of you who are talking about the toy maker and talking about. I got to meet Deanna Carter, which was fantastic, and she recognized us from the show. She was really thrilled to meet a local celebrity. That was a lot of fun.
Okay.
And so we do enjoy that, by the way. I just want to put that out there. You know, it's not lost on us that when we see you guys at Walmart or you pull us aside and say that you watch our show, it's always awesome. It's great meeting whoever watches our show, because sometimes we wonder. Sometimes it's like, does anybody watch this thing? But
I know. I wonder if they only watch it enough for it to say that we had views, or if they like actually watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they're scrolling by it or something,
Right.
and it just counts as a play or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we do appreciate it when you guys let us know that you watch the show. We appreciate that. So, okay, I've got a joke. Do you have a joke? I got a joke.
Oh, I had a joke and I forgot it. And I couldn't wait to tell you.
You had one and you couldn't
Yes.
wait, and now you forgot it.
Okay, go ahead, and then maybe I'll think about it.
Okay. Maybe you'll think about it. Okay. So last week, I was walking down the street, minding my own business, mind you.
You?
Yes.
Okay.
And I got hit with a French horn,
Yeah?
and then a clarinet, and then a trumpet and a trombone. It was clearly an orchestrated attack. It's crickets over here, guys. Did you think of yours?
No.
No? Okay. Well, then mine's the only one that we get to grace people with today. By the way, a lot of you guys also send me jokes, and I love that too. I love how people,
Yeah.
I get text messages almost every day from people sending me jokes, or Facebook messages from people who find corny, punny dad jokes and think, you know, I think Michael would really love this one. And sometimes I do. Most of the time, I've already heard them.
Oh.
And I still love them. I still laugh, even if I've heard them 100 times. It's great. So, all right.
That's it.
You got nothing? Okay.
I got nothing.
All right, we'll close it there, guys. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Hope you have a great Monday, and we will see you again on Wednesday, where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.